It's about being close to a client. It's about understanding what the estate looks like. It's about understanding what systems are in place. So if an attacker got in because of a system that was exposed to the internet that had a vulnerability, what the lesson learned there is, did you know that this piece of software was on there? Do you have a asset verification process internally for software? No, you don't? Okay, well, that would have helped with the patching. That would have helped in being able to understand where this attack came from. Can you share that information with us? So if we see a piece of software come up that is particularly vulnerable, we can advise you, this is there. If we know that you have FortiGate firewalls, then we can advise on FortiGate firewall issues. If you've got an ASA, we can advise on ASA issues. It's not uncommon that these systems have exploits in them. So by being able to understand how the attack path is laid out and what vendors are in play in that attack path, we can start to make suggestions about patching levels. We can start making suggestions about, okay, there's this significant incident that's happening. A really good example is some of our clients have Citrix environments. There has recently been some massive Citrix vulnerabilities. We knew they had Citrix. So it was a very easy email to the client to say, hey, we're monitoring this, but you should patch it. By the way, we've done a threat hunt. We've seen no activity. So by the time you've got to a customer, you've said, you need to patch this. We've got detections in place to get this going forward. We've checked in the past and you haven't been attacked. There's immediate reassurance there. And it's like, okay, right, let's get that patch, let's get that done. In the case of the Citrix one, it was an absolutely critical vulnerability and it needed to be patched that day. It was that severe. So a lot of our clients did. And then we're protected. They immediately see value for that service. Again, particularly in the smaller environments. In the larger environments, it's a more trickier problem because there can be 5 or 6 different IT teams. There could be a SecOps, a DevOps team. They're spinning up servers left and right. They're putting software on. Maybe the SecOps team doesn't know about that software. Maybe that software isn't available to anyone else and it's not logged anywhere else. But when we try to do these deployments, we try to identify those areas. And if we do see an attack, being able to identify the piece of software that was used to be exploited then helps in being able to do that remediation step. If we can say this FTP software was compromised, it led to this attack, we detected the attack, we've neutralized the threat, take that system offline until you can patch it. If you can't patch it right now, you have to patch it at night. Disconnect the system now and move forward with that. And then you can start to build that back up again. So when you look at an attack chain, sometimes it's not as easy as being able to say, okay, right, you should have patched that whenever. That system may be completely unknown. So we try to build that back and we try to go through this and we try to help a client understand how an attack happened, where it came in and what we can do about remediating that. And then enlightening and going forward, how do we want to make sure that doesn't happen next time?